Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are working on a 2016 Cummins QSF 3.8 liter. It's kind of the later version of a 4BT. A few differences here and there. It's in a 2016 Jarraff. It's a wood machine. Got a nice big blade on it. Runs down here through the power lines and cuts everything. What we're doing is we've had the front main seal had went out originally, and Cummins sent a single piece seal that was inadequate. I told them I wanted the two-piece seal that came out. They told me it did not exist. I pulled out a two-piece seal. What I did is I took the number off. Cummins said it was no good, but my supplier I use for all my rebuilds, which is agkits.com, I got the seal from them. This is the two-piece front main seal. You drive on and it exists, even though Cummins says it does not. So what we've done is we've already taken the fan cover off here. Then we're gonna get this belt off, get the front pulley off, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I had to do last time is I had to remove the entire front cover because of access. I'm gonna try my best to drive this on inside the machine. The customer needs it back tomorrow, so we're gonna do our best. Catch you up here in a minute. So here we are. Gonna get this belt off. Uses 1/2 inch square drive in the tensioner. It is very cold, so my hands are not wanting to work. Well, it'd help if I put it the right direction. Well, that was the... Get it slipped off. Oh, crap. Yeah, the belt routing on this is a little strange. Get this belt off of here. Get a 13 on that. Yep. Not enough space. Get this tensioner up out of the way. Tensioner out of the way, belt out of the way. Now we have to deal with these fasteners on the front. They're all 15mm heads, and they are quite tight. So what I use, pry bar. Through here. I would put it through the wrong way first time. Go. Yeah, we've already put the single piece seal Cummins provided in this. It ran for a few minutes and it was dribbling. It wasn't pouring. The original seal got a bunch of sawdust in it and was I mean, just puking oil out the front. And unfortunately, we couldn't get Cummins to do anything for us because, like I said earlier, they claimed the seal I was requesting, the 2-piece seal that I even had the Cummins number for, did not exist. I just hope we can get this in here without having to drop the pan, pull the front cover again. I don't remember how I did this last time. Oh yeah, I spun it around, that's what it was. Quite a bit of traffic coming through here. That bad boy off. So we got our seal out here. This is just, you know, single little lip. There's, you know, no way for this to go on here correctly. Granted, I just pounded this thing out of here. We gotta get in here, clean up all this oil, and see how hard it's gonna be to get our new 2-piece seal inside here. Let me grab that, and then we will see what we can accomplish here. One moment. Again, our new seal is 2-piece design. Keep it here out of the nasty. See if we can't get some of this sprayed out of here. We got quite a bit of oil residue. Might have to take this fan off to get a little extra room. It's pretty cramped. Great thing about these seals is they are install dry. Now you're about to see me install this without the installer, because for one, the Cummins installer that goes inside here will be up inside this radiator core. They do not fit well in the off-highway, and for us to get to that properly, we would have to take the whole nose off, drain the cooling system, and it's just not going to be cost effective or time effective. This machine has to be cutting wood in the morning. So we're going to do it the way you're not supposed to. Just little taps of a hammer. Start bringing it up. As evenly as possible. This seal is very forgiving. Because of its design. Once I get this pecked on here, I'll bring you guys back up to speed. Alright, so we have our seal in here. It is now in place where it should be, far enough back. I've already cranked the motor over, unassembled like this. My camera is not liking the cold weather, but so what we did is we got our seal in, fully seated. I've already cranked the motor over with the accessory drive off just to make sure we didn't have any oil puking or anything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this front accessory drive and everything back together, back the way it belongs. Get all this nice and tidied up. Unfortunately, it is dark now, so I've got my Milwaukee light out here, and we will see what we can do to get this thing back together. First thing we got to get here is the balancer. It's not really even a balancer because it doesn't balance anything. These are internally balanced. This is more just the belt drive, and it counts for the, this is where we get our crank signal from. Got a wheel on the outside. Get this on here. Turn her until she clicks. The dial is very important because if it is not in the correct position, the engine will not have the correct injection timing. Where's our hole at? There it is. Yep, that is popped in. Now we will get our plate. Fortunately, this has no improper way to go on. Just get the first bolt. Get that started in there. Start running her down.
When the jacket's a little thick, so it's hard to put you in here and do everything. 15 on it. These ran up here. It's hard to get a bite. So we're going to take this. Maybe just have to run these down by hand. This gets cold. I'm ready to be done.
Unfortunately, the customer did not leave me the keys, so I can't fire it up and run it, but I can just kind of test it. I spun it over by the starter with my power probe just to make sure, you know, it'll build up full oil pressure like that, especially with as cold as it is. 1540 Rotella is like K-Rose syrup, so it's going to pump through there pretty hard. And I didn't have any leaking out the seal. The old seal before, you could, when you would just turn the motor over, you could see it weeping out of the lip. So we should have all the problems sorted for the customer that they were concerned about. Get this thing back running, clearing lines for them. But as much as this machine costs, the downtime on this thing is just, it's killer. When it's down, it's the end of the world. It's 911. Emergency order everything you can, because this machine cannot stay down. And unfortunately, we've been sent the wrong seal twice already. The first time they actually sent one for a stamped front cover, an old like 5.9 4VT style with the front cover that's stamped. And that is definitely not what this is.
And we will tighten these to approximately very tight. Yeah, these are all 15mm headed transfers. Cummins would not provide me with a torque spec, so tight is right. Bar back out.
Now we will get our belt and tensioner back on. Start with the tensioner. It is pinned, only set in one way, like so. It's a 13mm headed fastener. Make sure it's in the pin. Get her nice and snug. Knowing Cummins, it's probably 22 foot-pounds, but tight is tight. Then we'll take and start our belt. This has a sort of unique routing. Kind of get it pushed over this way. Goes under the tensioner. I hate belts. More than anything, just quit giving me belts. I'll do anything, just don't give me belts. I just don't want to do belts. Anything but a belt. Please and thank you. I don't know why. Belts just get on my nerves. Especially, like on this, there's no intended diagram. It's just, get it on. That's the diagram you get. Get it on. Which is fine when it makes sense. But when it literally doesn't make sense, I'm gonna fight with this for what feels like an eternity. Aha, gotcha. Remember now. Yep. So what I like to do is I like to put it around the tensioner first and leave it off a different pulley. In this case, I'm gonna leave it off the alternator. If I can get my arm back here, got way too much coats on. Okay. Well, I changed my mind. It's currently on the alternator pulley. And we will take our tensioner. Get a little bit better angle on it. These are so hard to move. I may have to grab a longer ratchet. Yeah, I have to get a longer ratchet. Thought I had enough strength in me. I thought wrong. Okay, so get her to roll up. Whichever pulley you chose. I chose this idler down here on accident. Make sure it's through everything. Yep. Now we have our belt drive back on. Everything's good. Nothing's about to roll off. So always make sure sometimes you can get the rib over a pulley or too far, and when you crank it up, it'll sling your belt. So now we'll get our fan shroud on. And we will say goodbye to the QSF. And this shroud, well, I say it's a shroud, it's just a safety guard. The actual shroud itself is a fabricated shroud. Goes behind it. This thing is a pain. Now if I get it first try, I'm gonna feel really good. And I got it first try. Well, I might as well do that. them bolt in. There's 4 13mm fasteners. That one. This top one. There's that one. One more. Now, of course, this particular safety cover and everything is not going to be on every QSF 3.8 Cummins. It just happens to be on this one that I'm working on. It's in a 2016 Jarraff. So, depending on what type of machine you have your Cummins in, it could be totally different what you have to take off the accessories. May have to take off less. Might have to take off more. And there you have it, guys. That is a front main installation on a 3.8 liter QSF series Cummins. Unfortunately, if you call up Cummins and you want the front main seal, they will send you the incorrect one every single time. I have gotten from Ag Kits a 2-piece front main seal. It shows for an ISB, but trust me, it fits. It is not, this is not an ISB engine. This is a QSF, and it works. If you guys have any questions, give me a shout. I will be happy to relay you the part number to the 2-piece front main seal that I got from Ag Kits. And yeah, that's it. Simple as can be, down and dirty. Probably take, depending on the machine, a front main. I also did a oil pan gasket and the oil pump drive gasket as well. And the cam gasket, well, it's a cam seal that's inside the oil pump drive. I mean, you're looking maybe about 4 hours worth of work. If your machine's a lot tighter, less access, you may push into 5-6 hours. It's really not that bad depending on the application. If your radiator's sitting further away, I mean, you're gonna be golden. This one's so tight, I couldn't fit the Cummins tool in there, but we got it in and it doesn't leak. So, see you guys next time.